Hey everyone, welcome back. My name is Zane. Today we're having a look at Canoo lifestyle vehicle. We've gotten some images, spy testing, and a lot of rumors have been swirling around if other companies should be building a similar vehicle to what Canoo is doing with their lifestyle vehicle. Should Ford be doing something? Should Tesla? Or should Rivian be doing something similar? Now at the moment, this kind of lifestyle vehicle from Canoo is kind of one of a kind. There's not a lot of other companies that are building such a vehicle, so it really does put Canoo in a really good position. The problem with Canoo is that they don't have enough funding at this moment, and they certainly do not have the capacity to manufacture at scale. So those are their challenges at the moment. But do they have a brilliant idea for a company? Yes. Do they have brilliant designs and vehicles? Yes. Are they losing staffs? Yes, they are. They're losing staffs at a rapid pace. A lot of staffs are actually going to rival companies like Tesla, Rivian, and surprisingly, Apple. Apple is developing their own car, and a lot of Canoo employees have actually been going to Apple instead of staying at Canoo. So they're struggling in multiple ways. And I'm not surprised that engineers are leaving Canoo, because starting a company, it had a brilliant idea. But now that they've excelled at the idea, the question is, what's next? And they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing next. They're not delivering as promised. But Canoo has some brilliant things, not just their lifestyle vehicle, but think about the MPDV, the van. This is the Canoo van that can be used in multiple purposes, in almost anything you want it to be. You can use this van as a food van. You can use this van as a delivery van. You can use this van as a living space. Absolutely anything you want. And this is what developers like. This is what developers like when they come to your company. They like to develop the next great thing in a space. And which company is doing that right now? Apple is developing some crazy things that we don't know about. Tesla is developing some exciting things. Rivian is just being Rivian right now. But what is Canoo doing? Well, they're stagnant. Without the funding that they had initially, well, they've kind of fallen back a little bit. And they're planning on building vehicles, but at small scale. And for a lot of developers, that's simply not good enough. Now, we've seen multiple images of the Rivian lifestyle vehicle before. This is nothing new. But what this is a prototype being tested. So this is a good sign that they're closing on production start, which is good. So this lifestyle vehicle by Canoo, some would say it's quite interesting because it's what the automaker calls a loft on wheels. A loft on wheels, a living space on wheels. And that's the idea of Canoo. They're taking the idea from automotive into a different space. A lot more people are actually living on the road, living in caravans, living in vans, like buying a regular van and building out into a living space. A lot more people are doing that these days. And Canoo could target that audience. It's a great audience. It's a niche audience, which is always a good audience to target. Now, Canoo's all-electric take on the concept consists of 3 trim levels: delivery, premium, and adventure, offering 188 cubic feet of customizable interior space, up to 350 horsepower, 250 miles of range, starting at $34,750. Now, all of this is due to the fact that they're seamlessly seeking to capture a slice of the red-hot van life market. And that's the van life market that a lot of people are attracted to these days. A lot of people are living on the road instead of spending a lot of money on rent or a mortgage. But that's just for the van. The Canoo lifestyle vehicle, a little bit different. Now, the lifestyle vehicle can be fitted with all sorts of accessories, including a light bar, roof rack, a tow hitch. It's a small EV van in a perspective, sort of directly marketing towards outdoor enthusiastic and avid campers. This van is almost perfect for campers, or rather car. Is it a car or whatever this Canoo vehicle is? It's ideal for campers and adventure people. And the questions begin to start being asked. Should other companies like Tesla, Ford be competing in this market? And the reason why Tesla isn't doing it yet is because they know they don't have to. They're targeting so much more important things. Ford, on the other hand, they understand that with their revolutionary F-150 Lightning, that revolutionary EV vehicle, well, they understand that they have their own market to target before they can move into a niche space. You know, big companies, they don't really focus on niche audience. It's smaller companies who have to focus on niche audience because that's the way how they get started in this highly competitive industry. Now, one of Canoo's rather important rivals, I admit, is Arrival in the UK. They're a UK-based company, and they're valued at $1 billion in market cap. Canoo is almost half that, and it makes complete sense why Canoo is only valued at $567 million. And that's because there's no clear idea of when they will start production, how much they can handle, and if they even have the funding to fully deliver, as they've promised before. You know, it's all a mystery right now. The share price is $2.23. I don't think it's going to get any lower than this, but of course, I'd like to be proven wrong. For the last couple of days, it's kind of tailored out and found a bottom just around $2.21, $2.30, which is good that they're finally finding a bottom. Because without that, the market cap could seriously go below 500 million, 400 million super easily. And overall, that probably wouldn't be a good thing for Canoo. Now, in other news, this is from the 13th of June this year. Driving one of the Canoo's electric vehicles with company CEO Tony Aquila. This is from the Frontier blog, and I'm not going to go into too much information, just a little bit. The company claims that the state of Iowa has promised incentives valued at $300 million to build a factory in the state. Canoo also has no bid contract to provide up to 1,000 vehicles to Iowa state agencies over 5 years. But right now, its Arkansas factory is an empty shell, which is quite unfortunate. They do have a factory, but they don't have enough funding to start manufacturing. Canoo has signed a 10-year, $17 million lease for a massive 250,000 square feet near Bentonville Airport. The company intends to start production/manufacturing vehicles in Arkansas by the end of this year. But that date could slip into early 2023. Now, how unfortunate is that they might start production early next year, and that's a big might. Canoo has also promised eventually built vehicles in Pryor at the Mid-American Industrial Park, but plans to open the Oklahoma factory could also now be delayed until 2024. How incredible. This is what I mean when I say they desperately need funding. Now, the most important part of the experience was meeting the Canoo CEO, Tony Aquila, in person. So that's just a quick catch up on Canoo and where they are right now. You know, production hasn't even started yet. They would be lucky if they can start production before the end of the year. But most likely it's early next year in Q1 or even late in Q2. That's how bad the Canoo situation is right now. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to see more. Leave a like, leave a comment, and of course, I will see you in my next video.